between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the play ball is going.
Isaiah Foskey brings him down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Nix from the shotgun. Well, that's going to be caught by Sutton. Breaks the tackle, now rally. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Cortland Sutton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass. I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter three is underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At their own 29-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half? Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half, because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think that he's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 122 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played. Yeah, it created a big run. Off the play fake, here's Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there with an amazing diving catch, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Looks good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine. I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Snowball. 53. Hey, it's a clip.
Throwing now is Gino. He'll find Genty out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Look.
Throwing is Smith. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing Nix. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down. First down.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Finding Gray going across the field. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Back to the air with Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense.
Yeah, Ken. Yeah. He try to, Game try to fuck me, man. That nigga trash. Game guru trash, man. He knew what he was doing, though.
Nix to the air. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Lutz with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll go again with Genty. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 69 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gino going to hand it to Genty. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
13X.
Slot man moves right. They'll try the air now with Smith. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now Smith. That would complete to Trey Tucker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
First down. A gain of 12.
Here we go.
First down, Raiders.
A run out of the gun with Genty. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Here we go, hey. 300%.
On first down, it's Genty. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 3 brings up second and goal at the 12-yard line.
Oh, dude, that shit ain't working.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Here we go, here we go. Line, line. Ours.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
There we go, son.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be called for a Raider touchdown.
Oh, man, I seen
Brock
that shit quick.
Bowers from 10 yards out. And the Raiders get a bit closer. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
No ball. Hey, alert.
Gino's going to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
45. Raiders 26.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the job.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 of the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Smith. Now he's loose again. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31.
A gain of 40 yards. First down, Raiders.
Hey, it's a clip.
Now Smith. They'll get this out to Genty. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Hey! Look! You see who? Hut!
Now it's Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
49, flip it off, 49. Check 59, check 59, cover. There we go, sir.
Throwing again is Smith. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hold on, set. Hey, pull out. Get him.
They'll go play action with Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He's got his target. That's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Bombers. How much?
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Captain.
Nix to throw again. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, they just continue to roll. And Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. And this is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, here we go.
On the give, Ginty. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Gain of 12. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
Middle. 13X.
From the 50, it's Smith. Open man down the field, it's Bowers. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
Broncos 59, Raiders 32. Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw is Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Captain.
Nix looking to throw again. Finds his tight end Ingram. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's a gain of
A gain there of 21 yards.
Good for a Broncos
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a rifles one that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And it's incomplete. Still time left, though. 2 seconds remaining now in the fourth quarter. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
There we go. Good shit. 53, 53. 13X, 13X. Slow ball, slow ball.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did that? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Broncos, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.